Okay, welcome back to Space Station, and now we're going to, without a single doubt, my least favorite level in the entire game, the Swamp of Eternal Stench. It's the worst because of two specific things that happen in this. Well, the level itself, the problem I have with it, there's one huge part of it. The reason that it sucked to record and took me like an hour and a half, there's two different reasons for, which I'll get into once they become apparent. So we start the level, okay. We're a new animal we haven't played as before. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's just... Oh, you want me to go this way? Okay. This area seems pretty dangerous. Oh, now it's not going to tell me where to go? Let's go over here. I'm dead. This is the swamp. It's a bunch of poo water, and it will kill you. So yeah, don't go into it. But anyway, this is the racing tortoise, which has the speed boost and the shell attack. The shell attack sucks, and it's your only means of attacking anything, but luckily we're not going to be stuck in this thing for that long. The reason there's so much editing is because this took me so many freaking attempts to get right. But yeah, anyway, here's what you're supposed to do in the beginning. Is you're supposed to go this way, and you get to the exclamation point. So now you have to go to that tree that you can, like, you can only see if the camera's in a specific angle. And then you have to go to this tree, and then you have to go to this little island with the health on it. They're kind enough to give you a health refill if you take a bunch of damage on the way here. And then, I don't know if you're supposed to go over here next. I just do that. I take a bit of damage. And there's a couple of hyenas here, which are really annoying. Luckily, this really dumb shell attack also doubles as a defensive measure, just like as the tortoise tank. So you can protect yourself from the hyena's laughter, although your controls will still get messed up a bit if you're exposed to the laughing for too long. And that's a bit of an issue when you have to deal with that, but as soon as we kill one of these hyenas and we get into them, we will not have to worry about getting damaged by them anymore. And we will never have to play as this stupid tortoise ever again. So yeah, thank God we're in a hyena. The hyena, as far as I can remember, is in like every single jungle level, which is fine because I like the hyena, but I don't know, you couldn't have really thought of anything else you can use? This is also probably my favorite way to get a trophy in the game. You actually have to exit the body and be the chip in order to fit through these bars. And this is the only way to get this trophy. I think that's actually a pretty clever puzzle. And honestly, the trophy and the puzzle to getting the trophy is pretty much the only thing about this level that I do like. Because the rest of this level sucks. Like I said, we're going to be getting to the specifics of why it sucks pretty much closer to the end. Or maybe even the midpoint, because it takes a while for me to get it just right. But yeah, next thing we need to do is get a completely new animal, actually, introduced into this level. But in order to get to him, we're going to have to go across this platforming. And if you fall into the swamp, then you're going to die. So don't do that. Well, I mean, you have a chance to jump out of it, but it's like, you don't got much time, basically. Or you can just not do the platforming and just jump up here, which makes everything way easier. But yeah, over here are, as soon as I'm done looking around like a dingus, this is our next animal, the gorilla, which is essentially the jungle equivalent of the bear, because it can do the grab and lob ability, except instead of having a bear frenzy, it has kind of like a ground pound where you press A and then you press A again and he does a little ground attack. But overall, I'd just say that he's essentially an upgrade to the bear. Although with a bit less offensive, like, potency to him. It's a bit harder to kill him, but or I guess rather to kill as them. They are easier to kill than the bear because their attack is kind of garbage. But yeah, gotta use the patented hiccup technique. I don't know how much more of this hiccup garbage I'm gonna have to do in this game, but this should be like one of the last instances of it. But yeah, we only have to kill one of them, and the other one will be peaceful to us since we are the gorilla now. So yeah, jump, thump, and grab and lob. I still don't know why it's called grab and lob, because you can't really throw like any of these objects you pick up. As the elephant, you can throw, but as the gorilla and the bear, you can just pick them up and set them down. So we're going to be making use of that ability with these little things of toxic waste. So wait, is the swamp, like, toxic, or is it just poop? Or is I guess it's a mixture of both, because this is like where all the sewage goes, but who's like flushing like radiation down the toilet? Like whole barrels of radiation down the toilet. Well, I guess that's not important. This is a space station, so I don't know who's flushing anything down a toilet anyway. But anyway, what I'm looking for currently is the start of a really annoying segment, which I'm going to be doing a lot of editing around because I mess it up a bunch, which is the vine swinging, which only the gorilla can do, as far as I can remember at least. So here, there's like a long segment here of you have to swing across these vines, and honestly, swinging across the vines isn't too bad, and like jumping off and all that, it's okay. But it can be a bit finicky with the hit detection. So I'm going to be doing some editing with that, obviously. And this is my quote-unquote successful attempt. I say that because all that I really succeed in with this is getting the power cells. And you'll see how I actually get up after getting said power cells on the vines later. But yeah, you gotta be careful because the ground pound can be used as like kind of a way to gain more height, but if you grab the vine and then you try to do the ground pound, you'll jump off the vine because it's just A. You press A twice to do it, so it's always better to do it sooner than you think you'll need to, basically, so you don't accidentally jump off the vine. Yeah, here's one power cell, and then the other one that's in this section is over here. So just gonna get that. You can only go like left and right and then up and down, and if you want to swing in different directions, you have to turn the camera in order to swing in other directions, because if you press up or down to swing in those directions, you'll just climb up or down the vine. But it's not honest. It's honestly not that bad on it, you know. I messed up. So I have a separate plan of action, which involves grabbing the other toxic barrels from that area where I got the first one in order to cheese my way up here. But we're going to need more than one in order to do it. So I grab the other one, and then with both of them, I can actually make it up here, which is pretty cool. And now that we're up here, and you see this is where we would be if we finished the vine swinging segment over there, we get to the real huge, gigantic problem that I have with the Swamp of Eternal Stench. This is the magic rope. This is our last objective, is to free the magic rope. So, yay, we did it. Fantastic. The magic rope, in and of itself, is essentially a quick travel system. It allows you to get to specific points in the level with relative speed. Just checking to see how many power cells I needed left. I needed left 2 got. But yeah. It's like a quick travel system, which, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I've just beat the level, so I don't really need a quick travel system, but the thing is, you kind of do need a quick travel system because there's still a bunch of power cells left for me to get. And that would be fine if they were just, like, strewn about the level. Strewn. I think I'm just making up words. But yeah, just, like, strewn about the levels, that'd be fine. But no, some of them you can only get if you're on the magic rope. And the problem with that is that the camera doesn't really allow you to see where they are in relation to you. And also, this thing has physics behind it, where it moves and you'll start swinging around whether you input directions or not, which is really annoying. Like, extremely annoying. And you can't just get the camera behind you so that you can see things right. It's impossible to do this. And there's one power cell, like, specifically, that's, like, really, really bad to get. So yeah, I do a lot of editing here, because you just do not need to see this. One full loop around with the magic rope takes about 1.5 minutes. And if you miss one of these power cells, you have to wait 1.5 minutes to try to reposition yourself to get it. A couple power cells down here. But it just takes forever for it to get back around for you to even attempt another try at getting one of these freaking power cells. This is actually my second time recording this commentary, because while I was recording it, I realized I really need to edit out a lot of this crap, because you do not want to see me going around on that stupid magic vine like 20 freaking times. So this video is now like 6 minutes shorter than it was before. And I'm thankful for that, because it was really freaking annoying. But yeah, there's one of the power cells that does not require the magic vine. Or the magic rope, whatever. They function the same as a vine, so, like, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to be safe getting this one, so I just grabbed the toxic waste barrels that I used to just cheese the vine section, and use them to make a little bridge in the swamp in order to get to this power cell a bit easier. That power cell that you see in the air is another one of the ones that can only be gotten via the magic vine. And that one's not as bad as like the very last one that I get, but still pretty bad getting that one. There's two of them that you get on the magic vine that are actually pretty easy. You don't have to move or anything, you just have to be at the right height. But for the other two, you have to move a specific way, which is kind of hard to tell which way you're supposed to move because, like I said, the rope itself has its own physics behind it. So you'll just be swinging around like a madman. You can hardly control yourself. You have to, like, preemptively start swinging about and, like, praying that you'll get, like, in the right position in order to get the power cells. But yeah, there's that one gotten. And now we're going to be trying to get all the ones that you need to get from the magic vine. And that's going to be fun. Well, I say that, but there's actually a couple more over here that we need to get. But yeah, once we get these ones, then I'm pretty sure the yep, 4. Only 4 left. So the only 4 that we need to get now are the ones that require the magic vine. So there's a lot of cutting here, so you do not have to sit through that. I get one of these too, because I just happened to like crawl down a little bit, and I managed to grab that one. Luckily, I managed to get it on these, like, probably the trip like right after that. So yeah, that one was not too bad to get. Managed to get it after only a couple more tries, but there's still 2 more. One of them, not too terrible. The other one, pretty dang terrible. Although this one I managed to get really lucky. No, I did not get really lucky. And that's a dang tragedy. But this time around, I do manage to actually grab it. So that's nice. Really difficult to grab those. So yeah, just one more power cell left. It's the hardest one. So still don't know the right strategy in order to get this one. And it's just like, I'm just so close to it. Just jump for it. No, if you jump off, you keep your momentum. So in other words, I had to do the entire level a second time. And that's why I spent an hour and a half on this level. Because I died with only 1 power cell left because I was too impatient. But it's like it keeps your momentum if you jump off while swinging on this thing. Which makes sense because it's based off of the vines, and the vines keep your momentum. But you can't move when you do that, so if you jump off, you're screwed. And that was when I learned never, for any reason, jump off this vine. And so, I learned the strategy of fidget around like a madman, praying that you get it, and then I got it. Needless to say, I was pretty dang happy that I was finally done with this abomination of a level. So yeah, one more cut, and now we're getting to the glorious teleporter. Can I say I would never been happier to hear that freaking final collection noise for the power cells, and to hear the teleportation music. It made me so happy that I was finally done with this level, and I'd never have to play it again. Although technically, that's wrong because I still had to do the Game Boy Color version. But yeah, Swamp of Eternal Stench, complete. 15 power cells. Thank God it's finally over. And next time we're going to be going to a level that's way better than that one. Wait for it, where we get introduced to the lion. But we gotta do the Game Boy Color version first. Oh boy. So if you thought the N64 version was bad, it is. But this one's also bad. It's not as bad. It's not even like close to as bad, but it's still it shares having like one thing that just makes it like the worst. And we're going to be getting to that, well, pretty much at the very end of this level. But yeah, this level starts pretty freaking terrible because it starts and you're just like, you're already in the swamp. And if you press the attack button as this guy, you're stuck in the shell for like a second or something, and you cannot move. Also, that damages you, that drop. So yeah, we're just getting like straight into this. This level just like starts and you're just like, you're just in. Oh, look, a hyena. This thing's really annoying to kill because there's no like physics behind this attack in this. You just go to a dead stop and I guess you just deal damage. But yeah, now we're in the hyena, and just like in the N64 version, they were kind enough to give you plenty of energy to collect after you're out of the swamp. And now we're never going to need to go into the swamp again. But yeah, we're going to need the gorilla again, although not for his grab and lob abilities, but for some reason they gave the gorilla some, like, sick jumps in this version, and I don't really know why. I guess just to make up for the fact that he doesn't have the grab and lob anymore, but there's still a barrel. There's still like a bunch of barrels in this level for some reason, but yeah. The gorilla also moves at a pretty decent speed. And I love this animation. You can see like his butt. It's just, he just like spins around, and I don't know, I think that looks really cool actually. But yeah, he has sick freaking jumps. Like, look at how high he jumps. It's ridiculous, just how high this guy jumps. But yeah, the gorilla is needed in order to get to probably the most difficult platforming section in the entire game. At least so far. I'd say it's more, I don't know, it's probably more difficult than the asteroid chunks in, well, whatever that level was, Rocky Hard Place. It's probably harder than that. It definitely goes on for a lot longer. It's basically, you have to get up here. And this has a lot of, like, pixel-perfect platforming in it. And it's very easy to miss. And for some reason, one time when I was walking back, I ended up getting, like, the trophy for some reason. I have no idea what happened, but this is the successful attempt. But it's like, look at this platforming. This platforming is ridiculous. You have to be on, like, the very edge for, like, 90% of these in order to actually make it. Some of them are kinder than others, but, you know. And these platforms have kind of the same problem that the box in the previous level has, where sometimes you just can't jump off of them. Although for these ones, it's when they're going down you can't jump off of them because you're like bouncing on them or something. Yeah, we free the magic rope. Thank God the rope doesn't do anything in this version, because otherwise I'm sure that we would have a similar issue. But, nah, it's just 100% useless. Only there because it's in the N64 one. Give me that clap. There's the clap. I love the clap. Anyway. We're done. We're done with the Swamp of Eternal Stench. Forever. Never, ever need to play that level again in my entire life. So thank the Lord. Kumbaya. And next time we're going to be going to Wait For It, which is actually... It's not my favorite jungle level, but it's pretty dang good. So I'll see you then.